Welcome to Pasta Weekly's live stream, the only place where the Church of Jamie doesn't hand out cornettos. You are here with Plaguebringer, that's me, sorry about the confusing name thing, and we have Light Row,
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
plus Catchy Malice, who is currently not here because he paid $5 to get a footlong in his mouth.
That's a first.
As of now, this is our pilot episode, if you couldn't notice, and we are going to be talking about our introductions of basically who we are and what we're doing here, and then random shenanigans afterwards. So that should be fun. Yeah. First thing, we're gonna go around in a circle and say hi. No, I'm just joking. We're not.
I was about to slap you.
As you might know, I'm the one who did the first things that inspired this. I am Plaguebringer, the guy with the mask and, the curly hair.
Yeah, okay. You're just right now you're a square, so...
True.
You're a square with a little shuriken in you, so...
It hurts.
Yeah, it doesn't look pleasant. And you have lines, like, who did this to you? Like, who's the fucker that did this to you? It looks like a horrible existence.
Oh my god. Well, soon we have someone getting us some art for the icon, so it shouldn't be that hard to look at anymore after whatnot. But yeah, and hopefully Ketchy will come in because there's not a lot we can do without him. Light, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, yes, I suppose I can do that. Even with a dead fish like Plague in the room.
But
I believe it's like...
whatever. I tried my best.
It's not enough. It's not enough. It'll never be enough. You're a failure.
I know, I'm sorry.
But as he's already said, my name is Light Row, just Light. And yeah, I write creepypasta and just write in general. Got invited to host this a night ago. Turned it into a weekly thing. Said, fuck it, why not? And here we are.
And what a glorious place we're at, not really. But yeah, it was a great idea that came to fruition.
My idea, by the way.
Yeah, Light's idea. Catchy was fully on board with it, and they made it up without me. They made up the name and everything. I was asleep.
Yeah, basically we just said, you know what, Plague, you're gonna be the bitch who hosts it, and me and Catchy are just gonna talk.
Yeah.
We're using Plague as slave labor at this point.
Basically. I'm the punching bag that they make do stuff.
Yeah. Not that kind of stuff. Well, Catchy, it's that kind of stuff.
I would say that's what you have clarity for, but I think she more dominates you.
Yeah, that's creepy. That doesn't sound right, bro.
Alright, but anyway, let's do a little interview of you while we're waiting for Catchy. So you're a writer, yes?
No shit. I'm not gonna be polite. Give me that at this moment.
I didn't expect that from you.
Exactly. Good.
Okay.
You're horrible at this, by the way.
I am. I'm improving. Leave me alone. I have questions set up for later. But we don't have Catchy here. I have the most important question for you ever. Would you rather be sexually attracted to fruit, or would you rather change genders every time you sneezed?
Well, considering I've been sneezing a lot lately because I'm a cold, well, fuck. Plague, you bitch, you muted your mic.
I did because I was interrupted for a second. But it is a very hard question, is it not?
I thought you were going to ask Pepsi or Coke, and I was about to slap you.
Oh, because we all know the answer is Dr. Pepper. No,
we all know the answer is Mountain Dew.
Oh yes, Mountain Dew.
Sponsor.
That's
so we need a sponsor, people. Come on. Literally, just sponsor.
Technically, that would mean Pepsi because Mountain Dew is a Pepsi.
Yeah,
product.
yeah, I know.
So, I guess that answers the question.
Yes, it does.
The real question is where. It's catchy.
You sounded like you just stopped. Like, where the. And just say, after that, you just said no, and I'm not continuing with this anymore. You just like, no, this isn't worth it.
Oh, I forgot to do our little warning. Oh, this is a talk show where everything can and will offend you, so if you're easily offended, GTFO. If we possibly...
Well, with that intro, if it can and will, it doesn't really matter if you're easily offended or not. If you get offended, just no. You don't want to be here. if you think you're gonna offend you, just get out, because it's probably gonna happen at some point or another.
Especially with Ketchy. He doesn't think black people exist.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ketchy, we should just talk shit about him until he gets back.
And then he rewatches this and sees us talking shit.
Fucking seals, man. Oh shit, I don't know. God, so creepypasta. We're going to improvise.
We talked about this already.
But, you know...
watched it last night. Nobody knows what the hell we were talking about.
Well, I'm trying to improvise. If you have any better ideas, go ahead and fucking say them, dick shit.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Dick shit?
What the fuck is dick shit? That's terrible.
I think dick shit is kind of like cum. I don't
No, don't go there. We might just have to make this 18 plus just because of you.
Well,
you fucker.
Oh god.
Plague has lost it, everybody. I think we're gonna call it at that.
Lost what? I can't find
Lost
it.
everything.
I did lose it.
Yeah.
But what is it? Life.
I don't think you ever had it in the first place.
Is it talking about a penis?
How can you talk about one if you don't even have it?
I don't know. You seem to be doing a good job at it.
Yeah, I don't think the no dick jokes are gonna help anybody.
No, but it's working for improvisation, yes?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Insert terrible slime beast joke here. Oh wait, I don't want to get sued.
You don't have to. You really don't have to. It's been overdone at this point.
It was a joke within a joke, so jokes,
yeah.
Nigga jokes. Let's go look at random news. News. Google News. That works. California Chrome.
Wait, did you hear that Google is trying to buy Twitch? They already didn't. I don't know if they did yet.
Who is what? What?
Google's trying to buy Twitch.
Yeah. It's like they can give us quote unquote better options for live streaming. Because
yeah.
knows Google Plus is shit.
Yeah. Hey, what were we using? Shit.
Google Plus.
Yeah. It's just the most convenient thing, people. It's just the most convenient thing.
Otherwise, we would use Twitch, but we can't convert it to YouTube. So what's the fucking point?
Yeah. Plague isn't smart enough to do any of that. Every chance I get, I'm just gonna make a jab at him, folks. Just remember this. We'll get along fine. I think he's crying. Just a little bit. Well, yeah, well, this is awkward.
I'm sorry. God damn it, microphone. I hate you.
It's so awkward without Catchy.
Because he's good at improvising with you. U.S. Capitol evacuated after small plane enters airspace. This looks interesting. Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a shit?
So yeah. And
Oh my god. Not. I'm just gonna say no. No, Blake. No. Just no.
Insert black people joke here.
You know, like half the people in here are just gonna call you a racist bastard.
I am a racist bastard. I try, okay?
Yes, you try very, very hard.
Um.
You're out on the street corner all night. You still don't make enough to pay rent.
What rent? I live with my parents in the basement. What am I talking about? Texas people don't have basements. They'd fucking flood. I live in the attic then. I don't care.
You're not very good at this, are you?
I'm not very good at this. You're just not noticing this.
No, I'm just stating a fact.
I think our 4 viewers know this. Fucking dicks, not even helping us and shit.
Aren't you one of those viewers, Blake?
I don't think it counts me.
It should.
Yeah, it does, because I'm on a different account.
Ah!
Fucking shit, dick, fuck.
A language, sir.
English, get it right, damn it.
Oh, fuck. At this point, this has just been basically us talking about random bullshit.
Well, it's random bullshit because there's no catchy here.
Yeah. Really? Really, Plague? Really? God damn it, Plague. You fucking dumbass.
Shh, that didn't happen.
Yes, it did. Everybody saw that.
I'm going to rewatch this on YouTube, see what happened.
I might just do that myself. As for an actual serious topic we should probably talk about is actually when this is going to be happening, since the name of the show is Pasta Weekly. Normally this will probably be happening either Friday or Saturday around this time. For me, it would be just going off of this baseline, it would be 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, just basically calculate that in the fucking time zones. I'm not gonna do it for you people. Don't be lazy.
So you said
we all went to school for a reason. It wasn't a good reason, but it was a reason.
My mic, I swear, goddamn. So you said 7:30, yes?
Yeah, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
6:30 Central Standard Time. Or Central.
And all the time zones in between, so fuck you.
There's nothing in between those. They're right next to each other.
Yes, there is.
Is it really? I don't give a shit.
Everything is in between.
It just kind of like fucking cut out. I don't think anyone heard anything for that time.
If nobody really heard any of that, then it's just, I'm not repeating myself.
Oh, I'm talking about the time that I kind of like just, fucking did dip shit.
Oh, God.
Well, for shits and giggles, I'm going to read this. Want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker.
Right, now we're going to get copyright striked.
Well, I never said who the fuck I was playing. I'm just going to mix up all the fucking lines. Well, hello, beautiful. See, do I really look like a guy with a plan? Shit. It's a schemer, that's what you are.
God damn.
Now we're talking. Okay, I'm done.
You should have been done a long time ago. You should have been done before it even started.
Fuck.
Maybe to actually just start this off, we should read some creepypasta. Just until Ketchy gets back.
Why the fuck not? Yeah, you read one of your stories or what the story.
You read something, Plague.
Okay, I'll read something. God damn.
Good. Because I haven't actually prepared anything to read. I could read something if you want. You know what? You know what, Plague? When you rewatch this, I want you to know you can go fuck yourself. Actually, no, you can just let your internet go fuck itself. Probably did. Hi, Plague!
For fuck's sake. God damn it.
I want you to know you should rewatch this and just to hear what I just said. Or just let the people in the live stream tell you what I just said. But yeah, do you really want me to read something? Because I can get it up real quick.
I'll read something.
Alright.
I opened a new tab this time.
Yeah, you probably should. It'd probably be beneficial.
All of the fucking sites with this bullshit, this website contains fictional content that may be too scary for young readers.
Do you guys want me to read it? Because I already have something up.
I've got shit up, god damn it.
You want me to do it?
No, I got this shit, okay?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I've got 2-sentence horror stories, and there's like 7 of them. I can do this shit.
Yeah, because that'll cover a lot of time.
It will, once you read it like a boss.
Once you read it very, very slowly. I'm not going to make any, like, retarded jokes just because it's the principle of the thing.
Well, up late.
I don't have to make a retarded joke. That in itself is one. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. I don't have to make a retarded joke because Plague within himself is one.
Yes, we all know this. Okay.
Yes, very good.
Okay, I'm gonna read like the first 2, and then you can read whatever the fuck you want.
Alright.
Actually, no, I want to do this. I don't even think it's fucking creepypasta, but okay. Someone had told Jason that if you put a small animal in the microwave, it would explode. And Jason, having always been a little bastard, tested this claim on his older sister's pet rabbit. However, though he watched for nearly...
What I want to know is, how the hell did you fit a rabbit into a microwave? That has to be a really big-ass microwave.
Or a very small rabbit.
Yeah.
Though he watched for nearly an hour, all that happened was that the rabbit became more and more frantic in the enclosed space, until an exasperated Jason sullenly opened the little door to return the rabbit to its cage. Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, no one had told Jason that he had to turn on the microwave to achieve this effect, or how deeply into a tiny exposed wrist a pissed-off rabbit could bite.
Huh.
Alright, okay. Here's the next one. Brandon stayed up until 3 a.m. playing on Xbox Live with his friend Dustin.
Wait, so basically these are just stories of saying how stupid people are. Very good.
Well, this one's a tad more of a creepypasta. I don't know. Brandon stayed up till 3 a.m. playing on Xbox Live with his friend Dustin, both boys chatting, yelling, and provoking each other over their headsets the entire time. The next morning when Brandon called to arrange a playdate, Dustin's mother answered the phone and tearfully informed him that Dustin had died choking on a wad of bubblegum at 9 p.m. the previous night.
That wasn't really bad.
Well, there's lots
How do you
of
choke on, like, who's stupid enough to choke on bubblegum? Who is that stupid?
Okay. Don't think of a pink elephant. It's the oldest trick in the book. As soon as you read that phrase, a pink elephant immediately pops into your head. Now, don't think of a sanity-devouring psychic parasite attached to the back of your mind like a shadow. What little time you have left will be more pleasantly spent forgetting that one of those... Forgetting that one of those just popped into your head, too. That one didn't make any grammatical sense.
You don't make any grammatical sense. We all know it.
I'm not grammatical, okay? God damn it.
Well, you don't have to be. All you need to do is stay down on your knees while Ketchy's on top.
No, I'm actually on top. Ketchy's on bottom.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You think you are, but you're not.
Ask him when he gets in here. He knows who's boss, goddammit. Oh god, this is terrible.
It is.
Alright, you got something else you want to read?
Yeah, it's something pretty much everyone who knows MCP has heard, but oh well, fuck it. I don't really care. It's something long, and it'll probably keep us busy until Ketchy gets here.
Bandwagoner.
Yeah. This is one everybody knows. It's the survival guide, because I've always found this one funny, and I like how the numbers are wrong.
You're gonna read all of these?
Yeah, I'm gonna read them all.
I might have to read this along with you.
No, you're not.
I have it. I'm just gonna read along with you. Okay, keep going. Continue.
We've all been there. You just gone to a certain place at a certain time on a certain date, done a special thing, and the thing you suspected would happen has just fucking happened. Not to mention the fact that you've just seen whatever the fuck it is that lives in your mirror, been told in detail how you're going to die, and the highly demonic and invincible thing you summoned is heading towards you. Also, your family is dead. Your friends are all missing, and you're being framed by someone with access to your bedroom. Well, what the fuck do you do now, sweet protagonist? Well, you come to the right place to find out. These are the simple rules one must follow in order to firstly not become the victim of creepypasta, and furthermore, to come out kicking if the worst does happen. With the help of this guide, you too can merely be a catatonic, traumatized wreck, as opposed to the guy being worn as a coat by some dude who roams a lot. Just keep these simple rules in mind. 1. Mirrors and darkness don't mix. 2. Actually, mirrors are a general no in creepypasta world. There is nothing more sinister. 3. There is 0 chance of survival if you look at the thing no one else can see or answer its question incorrectly. 4. If you are alone at night in a creepy mental institution, take some time to consider what the fuck you're doing there. Then, if it is appropriate to do so, leave. 5. Avoid going to places where everyone else who went there never came back or died inexplicably. Inexplicably.
You can use English.
Yes. Yes. 6. If someone stops your vehicle at night and asks to come with you, it would probably be in your best interest to politely decline. 7. Killing is the last method of survival. Use it sparingly, but without fear. 8. Who was phone is always a good thing to ponder. Also, who the hell answers a phone while having sex with the dead person's sexy daughter? A creepy rapist, that's who.
That's me.
9. Get a simple .38 revolver. Load it with 2 silver bullets. If you really feel there is no chance to come out alive of a situation, take 1 shot at whatever it is threatening you. If this doesn't work, you still have the last shot to become a tragic hero with. 10. Area 51 is simply too guarded to let you get in, or let any alien out. 11. When going to a hotel, try to steer clear of unauthorized areas. If you couldn't resist but you saw a red thing, take some time to consider the price range and hotel standard on your next visit. Have you ever stayed at a haunted Hilton?
No, but when you go to hell.
When you go to hell, yes. 12. When booking your hotel stay, TripAdvisor can be an invaluable tool in deeming whether your choice is the scene of a multiple murder, full of dead people, or built at the mouth of hell. Local newspapers can also be helpful. 13. Invoking demons, speaking weird languages, and performing rituals of any kind is considered dangerous. Refrain from doing that, especially around abandoned warehouses, churches, psychiatric institutions, the woods, and your house in front of a mirror at night. 14. When going to a new area, environmental understanding is key to survival. Ask around for cursed places, legends, dangers, and other details. Listen to local people's advice, and don't be afraid to ask if you're unsure which of the attacks/disappearances are paranormal and which aren't. 15. Always have a Bible next to your bed. Provides average reading material, proof of beliefs, and a really heavy and effective object to throw at your enemies. 16. Don't count on holy water. Get a sturdy vial of sulfuric acid and let a priest consecrate it. 17. Japanese priests cleanse rooms by waving katana swords around. This ritual is 100% effective on corporeal forms. 18. If you find 666 messages on your phone, mailbox, email, etc., consider changing the said service provider. Also, don't bother listening to or reading messages. It's spam. Extra-dimensional possibly, but spam nonetheless. 19. Old pharmaceutical companies can't help you unless you specifically need blood of the innocent, snake oil, and radioactive syrup. Which is never. 20. If you need to sign it in blood, you do not need to sign it. All mainstream governing bodies will accept contracts signed in ink. Bear this in mind if offered deals that seem too good to be true. 21. Lighthouses are dangerous. Avoid them at all costs. If you work at a lighthouse, consider a career in insurance sales or veterinary care. Have you ever read The 3 Skeleton Keys? 22. There is simply no reason to listen to music that causes suicidal tendencies. 23. Or to watch films that have strange and disastrous consequences. 24. If you like to plan ahead and save some money, Buy your auntie and uncle a house in Bel Air. Nothing can harm you there, no matter how scared your mother is. 25. Secret, secluded, untouched places in old buildings are left untouched for a reason. Pioneers never say die, but in fact they do have an unusually high mortality rate. 26. Before you start swimming in the ice-cold waters of a murky lake at the center of a dark forest at midnight, ask yourself, do you really want to travel to an ancient and terrifying city? If the answer is no, then stay at home instead and watch whatever quality programming is available on Cinemax. Which, of course, means boobs. 27. On your 33rd birthday, try celebrating in a well-lit house with the company of others. Just trust me on this one.
And have lots of vodka.
Probably. 28. Refrain from using the one true name for anything. There's probably a reason people gave it a nick. 29. Watching TV static for long periods of time may be hazardous to your health. Try satellite TV or Freeview to combat this problem. Netflix and internet streaming are also effective.
Netflix.
30. Get a cat. Those furry little animals seem to perceive unnatural phenomenon better than us. And if desperate, simply throw it at whatever's about to get you. 31. Safety in numbers. If you're getting a bit too freaked out, grab a few friends, any and all firearms, and avoid the area in question. 32. Cemeteries are bad places, especially in foggy conditions and on Halloween. That one should be obvious. 33. Try not to close your eyes. Never. If you must do so only briefly. If something is moved from its original location at the time it's taking you to blink, it is recommended that you do not blink. Never again. Or until the object is dealt with. Fire is presumably the best method. 34. If you find an unmarked tape which contains the file extension .avi, even if it's your favorite kids show, do not, under any circumstances, watch that tape. Now, if the extension is .mts, that's a different matter altogether. 35. If you hear chanting, run until you are out of earshot. 36. If you are too old to play with dolls, you do not need to be anywhere near one of those creepy little fuckers. 37. Legends can offer valuable insight of where not to go camping with friends. 38. When babysitting, ascertain the family's tastes and preferences. To avoid being killed by poorly selected statues. 39. Even if you are certain that running will not save you, it's always best to try. Good luck with that. 40. If you go to buy a used video game, whether it's at a game shop or a garage sale, never buy one with a weird-looking cartridge. This includes strange colors and ripped-off labels with titles written in marker. Ripped-off labels with titles written in marker. The latter tends to happen more often than not. For the daring, don't buy said game to become famous. Your chances of becoming an internet celebrity because of it can only work if you know how to program. You should also be highly suspicious of games priced too cheaply, and bootlegs. If you decide to buy the used game anyway, rip that son of a bitch out of your console the moment it starts acting funny, and it's advised to take a hammer to it. 42. If you ever see a strangely new-looking doorway with a strange facial in it, in a building you swore you didn't see it first, and the building happens to be an old chateau, oh, for God's sake, don't fucking open it! 43. It's probably best to refrain from looking up on Google the phrase "Huskies with grins." You'll just end up having to spread the word. 44. Never allow someone to take a picture of you with an outdated camera. If it's too late, your only bet is to gamble with death. Or just trap them in a photo. That works too. 45. Don't play with dolls if they come with a needle or a defect. Especially a defect. Addendum. Why the hell would you be playing with dolls in the first place? Don't you remember the tip from earlier? 46. Burn Ouija boards. But be sure to have one of those car fresheners handy. The only reason why spirits get pissed off is because of that foul aroma it produces when burned. 47. Never confront animated puppets physically. Subdue them with spells, or they come back with minions, or even a real physical body. Ugh. 48. If you find yourself unable to escape, dancing may ward off the entity. Doing the hokey pokey is known to ward off curious monsters, but you might have to do the moonwalk to deal with zombies. 49. If you're checking your computer for viruses and go too deep into System 32, refrain from clicking on any .avi files. If you do not heed this warning, creepy videos on YouTube. 50. If you see any old tapes containing the words happy or appy, pretend you never saw them. Just go on with your life. It'll just end up invoking some whacked out, coked up director of an old children's showing up. Then you'll wind up having to pull some thanks for the ride shit to kill him. 51. If you buy a used camcorder and find the previous owner left one of their tapes inside, refrain from watching that tape, no matter how tempting it may be. 52. Be careful when buying an old second-hand TV. 53. If you see a guy with both an incredibly large smile and black and white eyes, extricate yourself from the premises post-haste. 54. Don't go to a friend's house to bake cupcakes if they have random spurts of insanity. MCP, I'm talking to you. 55. Phone companies with low coverage are best avoided. I think we can all agree on this one. 56. .exe files with strange names are not safe. Don't open them. Isn't that right, Sonic? For the love of Neptune, turn off your fucking faucet when you're done with it. 58. If you're told not to look behind you, it's better to do so, unless you're against a wall. 59. Also, do not listen to anybody who tells you to go to sleep. It's probably better to run away. 60. If you see a tall man with tentacles, just run.
Time. I have the update in. Ketchy will be here soon. Fucking, he said his mom's being bitchy or whatever. He's getting Chinese food, so yeah, he'll be here in a second. We're gonna make this episode a tad bit longer so we can fit in shit. Continue reading, my good sir.
Sorry, sick, coughing.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's so cool.
Anyway, continuing on from where we left off. 61. Don't enter strange websites. 62. Don't enter strange places. 63. Not even strange videos. So, in other words, just don't look at anything strange. 64. If a woman who covers her mouth asks you if she is beautiful, just tell her she's average. It'll prevent her from just slashing your mouth open. Don't want to be Joker, now do you? 65. 65. No good can ever come from owning a shiny Pokemon. Unless, of course, you happen to have a shiny Gardevoir.
Ooh,
in Gen 6.
Gardevoirs are sexy.
Plague, shut up before I slap you with Jeff the Killer. 66. If you're an intern at a cartoon studio and you happen to be reviewing a new episode, make sure that episode is safe for work before viewing that shit. 67. Don't be so excited when being asked to look behind you, but don't take forever. No reason to keep certain death waiting. 68. Weird shit in Europe won't hurt you in the United States. Leave that to Creeps, Scarecrow, and the Creepy Darks. 69. Weird shit in the United States won't hurt you in Europe. Well, damn. 70. Should you break Rule 54, there is always a chance of rescue. Unless, of course, you're MCP. Then you just throw up a lot. 71. If your brother is tired of noise, or your close friend has a brother like that, refrain from going in his basement, unless you want to be tortured, raped, and killed. Especially raped. Again, isn't that right, MCP? 72. If you buy a memory card and it has save data on it, delete all of the saves. 73. If you get a drawing of Sonic on a disc, and the only file on that disc is a .exe file called Sonic, don't play it. Hey, remember what I said earlier? Destroy it. Or a demonic being, well, that looks like Sonic, destroy it. Or a demonic being that looks like a Sonic plushie might kill you. If he chooses not to, probably scarred you. Just, yeah, I don't have to say anymore.
By tickling your pillow.
74. If you see what appears to be a 12-year-old kid with black shorts, a gray, bloody shirt, red shades, dark gray skin, and a maniac grin, do not, under any circumstances, piss him off. Unless you're a werepire. Or brave. 75. Even on Christmas, paranormal shit can happen.
Yeah, fat man coming down your fucking chimney.
76. Neighbors may have a darker side. If they do things that seem off to them, act normal. In addition to rules, I don't even fucking know anymore. If you hear foreign voices coming from your body, that means you've been body jacked. Prepare accordingly. We'll treat it this way. I just combined two words. Good job. Anyway, number 78. If you are an adult and notice that you're being stalked by the guy with a black suit, long arms, and no face, Reach for the nearest child and throw him or her at it. And then run like hell. If you are a child in the same situation, run like hell before said adult uses you to satisfy the aforementioned being's craving or hunger. If you do not manage to escape before the adult snags you, try bargaining with the Slender Man that the adult has more delicious flesh. The Slender Man, said monster described in the last two tips, obviously, feeds on paranoia. If you're in there Slender Man only wants a hug, he won't go after you. But if Slender Man does stalk you, just fucking run. 81. If all else fails, give Slender Man $20. He should leave you alone.
Give me $20. Sorry.
82. If you see someone crawling around, it's more likely to be something, and you really don't want more information about it.
No, it's still.
If you do, you may need some help.
It's still someone.
83. If you are a police officer, state trooper, FBI agent, or any person of authority, and you have 2 days left until retirement, if you happen to notice anything suspicious or dangerous to health, and get the fuck out of there immediately. Seriously, man. You're gonna die.
Good advice, yeah. Good advice. Yeah.
84. If you are being chased by any creepypasta and feel that you are 100% out of options, attempt to run to wherever Stephen King is doing his next book signing. Your kid will be far too interested in trying to get an autograph to remember what they were doing in the first place. If Stephen King is not in your general vicinity at the time, R.L. Stein is always available. 85. If you are a creepypasta reader and feel like things are getting a bit too real, take a break. You know, you don't want them coming after you. 86. If you find a magic stick that lets you draw living creatures, don't draw yourself. You may be surprised how pissed off your creations can actually get at you. 87. If you wake up in the middle of the woods after having fallen asleep and listening to your own heartbeat, take notice that somebody probably put you there. But don't call the police. Publish a book of it and get a movie deal. 88. If you're being offered an orange by a demon, either don't take it or follow the steps from Rule 87. 89. On the third day of the third month of every 33rd year, seal up all the openings to your house unless you want to be eaten by an evil mist. It's rather painful. So, yeah. 90. If you notice that you're being stalked by a screaming child in a skull mask, don't always assume the kid's evil. Just be sure to save the bunch of crunch, should you have any. 91. When reminiscing about your favorite kid show on a message board, take a moment to consider if the episode where all the characters screamed their lungs out was real or not. Also, take a moment to consider if the entire show was real or not.
I think we're talking about Candlejack.
92. When looking through mysterious blood-soaked pictures left in your mailbox, check to make sure you locked your doors and windows. 93. Remember, snowman's have feeling too. I know I butchered that. 94. Stitch is naked. Covering him with a towel will cause him to die. Do so. 95. If your friend disturbingly edits tapes, it's probably a good idea to never try and see him again. 96. If you keep finding broken glass in your home, check to see if the shards match the color of the glass of the object that was broken. If they don't, run. 97. If Jeff the Killer shows up in your bedroom, armed, and invites you to follow him to his home, I don't know why I have to say this, but for God's sake, don't do it! 98. Should you notice that your friend has suddenly developed a personality that's a mix between Heath Ledger's Joker and Beetlejuice, he or she is most likely inhabited. It would probably be in your best interest to keep clear of the person until they ever return to their normal, boring as fuck personality. 99. If you encounter a small creature that looks like a mutant four-armed baby with Jeff the Killer's face, don't listen to it. Not even if it offers you gold.
Ooh, gold?
Yes, gold. 100. If you are still using Windows XP and you use it every day with the internet, sticking with it is a pretty stupid decision. End of support means more doors opening for viruses. And even more doors opening for crazy shit. 101. Stay far away from abandoned amusement parks. 102. If your son starts talking about some sort of doll from any game, do not play the fucking game. Take the gaming system. Play baseball with it. 103. If you do play the game and later you hear any tapping at any place in your home, yell to your child to lock their door and jump from a window. It is then wise to light the house on fire and then jump from the window with your spouse. 104. Be atheist. Or convert to any religion that isn't monotheism. So when a monster says, I am God, or an insane man says, God abandoned us, you will chuckle, since it's an overused cliche, instead of getting scared by your broken faith. Church always fails to save you from creepypasta, and the Bible is only as good as any other heavy object to throw. So there's really no benefit anyway. 105. Always think twice before doing something stupid or doing something you might regret. I'm looking at you, Plague.
What?
106. If you come across a pro wrestling DVD you haven't heard of, it's probably there's probably a reason it was never released. 107. If you're browsing the internet and a colorful pop-up that says you win, you lose, or you die appears, just don't click on it. You would be surprised how many people break this rule. 108. If a magic 8-ball gives you anything but yes, no, or maybe, destroy it.
Unless it gives you the answer
now.
to sex.
Now. 109. Do not go in any hallway. 109. Do not go to any halfway house or mental institution you can get yourself into in any city in any country, unless your name happens to be Legion. 110. If you do end up in any halfway house or mental institution you can get yourself into, do not talk to the receptionist at the front desk. Instead, read a magazine, pamphlet, or any source of reading material on one of the tables in the waiting area. Unless your name is Legion. 111. If you do talk to said receptionist at the front desk of the halfway house or mental institution, do not ask for anyone whose name starts with the holder of. Unless your name, again, is Legion. Do not collect all 538 objects. There is a reason why they must never come together. Unless your name is, and this is the final time I will say this, Legion. 113. If you find a bag with dozens of tapes inside of it, just fucking leave it alone. It might be some kid you punched in the face a while ago, and is now out to kill everyone.
Isn't that right, MCP?
Exactly. 114. There are some parts of YouTube you should not be in. So why are you here? 115. Don't kill anyone because you made a page on the website and an admin or someone deleted it. Just don't. You should probably go read a book or something. 116. If you buy used wireless headphones on the internet, rip those bitches off your head as soon as you hear static and or voices. 117. If you attempt to bypass a level in an extremely hard typing game, you might find yourself trying to kidnap children while wearing a chef hat. 118. In addition to Rule 117, there's probably a reason why the level was so damn hard. 119. If you go camping in the woods and find a cabin, you should probably leave it alone. You've watched the movies. 120. Everyone is scared of something. Saying you're not scared of anything? Well, then you're a liar.
I'm looking at you, Light.
121. While playing Minecraft, do not set the render distance to tiny. 122. If you do set your render distance to tiny, and a mob that looks like Steve is seen in the distance, set render distance to full. 123. If said mob is still sighted, delete the game. 124. If said mob, known as Herobrine, is in every game, delete Minecraft. 125. If you are in your bedroom at night and you wake to see a feeble-looking gray humanoid at the end of your bed, do not hesitate in throwing your covers over it and trying to punch it to death. And maybe put that Bible that was mentioned earlier to good use. 126. If previously mentioned creature escapes one's grasp, it will stalk and maul you. So, if sighted again, get the fuck out of there. 127. Monsters still bleed. If you're forced to fight one, don't think that all hope is lost. 128. Better safe than sorry. If you do kill whatever it is that attacked you, don't think you're safe yet. Shoot or stab them in every vital organ that you can think of and sever limbs. Burning the corpse and or putting it through a meat grinder helps too. If a banshee, 129, if a banshee is screaming the living shit out of you, then that's probably the only sign you are going to die a slow and very painful death. 130. If you have a Yu-Gi-Oh! / Pokemon card that is a very ominous force, either creates death or magic that you never imagined, either burn the card or cut it to pieces with scissors. Abandoning it, example, taking it to the trash, would simply make you its next victim. 131. Demonic or spiritual forces can enter any object or person with ease and be kept out of the object by letting a priest or group of priests do an exorcism, as long as you or any members of your family aren't the cause of it. 132. Seek a fortune teller if you happen to have a spiritual experience that would affect your future. 33. Rap Rat is not a song artist. In fact, just stay away from anything that concerns him. Just trust me. Again. 134. Slender Man does not always kill out of hunger or boredom. If he's stalking you, ask yourself if your death would benefit humanity. If it will, just throw in the towel because he's coming. Now believe me? Go ask those Nazi soldiers who were found impaled on trees. 135. Hide and seek is an evil game. 136. Before you consider those horrible figments of your deranged imagination your friends, take a good look at their face. If they have yellow eyes or are impossibly deformed, take as many pills as your local psychiatrist is willing to give. It will probably work out better. 137. If you suspect that an immortal, armless monster wants to put a foot through your stomach, fucking run! 138. If your walls bleed phrases that make no sense, try reading them backwards. 139. If your walls start bleeding in the first place, it's best to burn the house down. 140. If that one wall is miraculously unburned, once again, fucking run! 141. Get in shape. The only thing that you can do to evade the majority of creepypastas is to, and I will only say this one more time, fucking run! 142. If you're paraplegic, make like Happy Wheels and fashion some rockets. You're gonna need them. 143. If any kind of man or beast appears in your bedroom in the middle of the night, then it's best to stab it, and stab it, and stab it. Yeah, just for good measure. 141. If you have no other weapons, put that Bible I told you to keep next to your bed to good use. 145. The creepypastas that become famous can't be forced. They just happen. If you are deliberately putting yourself in danger against powerful, extremely bloodthirsty beings so that you can write a non-profit story to put up on a wiki page, it may be time to accept that you are a complete fucking asshat. And to finally round this out, something that relates to real life, 146. Do not, under any circumstances, no matter what the payoff may be part of any kind of scientific experiment. Once again, isn't that right, MCP? Follow these simple rules, and little, or massive, harm may befall you. Either way, the important thing is to make sure your tale is told, copied, and pasted repeatedly. Forever yours, Management.
Hey, yay! Yay! Yay. Alright, didn't want to interrupt you during it, but, if you could possibly move a little bit away from your mic, people say you're a little muffled. Like, just move a tad back.
Yeah. Probably just because I can't speak.
That's probably true, too. For all good fun, we're going to fucking read Slenderman, or at least I am. The original Slenderman story.
Oh my god, how old is that now?
January 14th, 2010.
Damn. That's old.
Yeah. Nigga, it is old, nigga. Alright. Okay, let's do this shit.
Yeah.
Slenderman. By... doesn't say a name. Oh, fuck. Okay,
By Anonymous.
By Anonymous. After waking up with a jolt, the girl laid in bed for a few seconds longer. Reaching over to switch on her bedside lamp, she tried to remember exactly what had stolen her sweet slumber away. When she couldn't, the brunette swung her legs over the side of the bed and heaved herself up. Checking the time on her phone, she snorted when she saw it was midnight, the witching hour. Knowing that sleep would only evade her, she left her bedroom for the kitchen, a good cup of coffee on her mind. As she passed by her front door, a chill spread like a liquid fire down her spine. It's only winter, she told herself, focusing again on the coffee plan. measuring out scoops, water, and prepared her. Measuring out scoops of water and preparing her cup kept her occupied. But as the dark liquid boiled, she had nothing left to keep her mind from wandering off. The chill returned, and she couldn't help but glance behind her to the front door. It stood there innocently enough, just like always. The deadbolt was still in place, and she could see nothing amiss with it. Turning back to her coffee, she did her best to forget about the feeling. With her cup in hand, she started back towards their bedroom. As she walked by the front door, she decided that a quick glance outside the peephole would help calm her restless mind. The chill worsened with each step she took towards the door and further away from the safety and warmth of her blankets. She pressed her empty head against the cold, metal door and took a deep breath before leading her eye to the peephole. At first she could only see an inky blackness and somehow seemed to swirl in itself. When she blinked in surprise, the void melted away. She wished it hadn't. In its place there stood what she could only guess was once a man. The limbs were long and inhumanly awkward, with bulky joints branching off into several arms, not unlike the branches of a tree. The creature was draped in a black suit, somehow making things worse. Somehow making things more nightmarish to her. The icing on the proverbial cake, however, was what passed as the hellish thing's face. It was as though her mind blurred the ghastly visage to spare itself further shock and horror. She shoved herself away from the door with the hand still pressed against it. The scalding mug of coffee fell, and the liquid burned her bare legs as she fell backwards and tried to crawl away from the door. She knew somehow that her mind hadn't been playing tricks on her. As she crab-walked away from the door, she watched as tendrils, as black as the void she first saw, snake around through the cracks. The girl was trapped between the instinct to flee and the gut feeling to not turn her back on the door. When the door jolted, the urge to flee overcame her, and she slipped in the burning liquid as she tried to make it back to her room. She knew deep down that she was trapping herself in a corner, but she had to get away from the door. The girl was halfway down the hallway when she heard the previously locked door creak open. She screamed and slipped into a wall, cracking her chin on it and stunning her. After that, there was only blackness. "Nicole?" A warm, male voice snapped the woman out of her trance. As she turned around, she was met by one of her sister's doctors. She nodded, not sure if she should say anything, or even if she should find her voice. If she did have something to say. That morning she had gotten an urgent phone call from the hospital saying that her sister, Lindsay, was there. Before they had even let her see her, the doctors had pulled her off to the side and insisted they talk about what might have happened. Phrases like self-inflicted and assault had been thrown around, and Nicole felt her mind reel. She still hadn't fully understood what they had been saying until she saw Lindsay with her own eyes. Her little sister had a bandage wrapped around her head, covering both of her ears as well as her eyes. They said it was to keep her now deadened eyes from drying out, and to try to keep infection out of the wounds Lindsay had made to her ears. The doctors had guessed that either she or someone else had jammed a pencil into them to keep her off balance or to deafen herself against something. There was a mix of first and second degree burns to the hands, legs, and feet, from what assumed to be the coffee her neighbors found slipped all over the entry to her apartment. As Nicole walked into her sister's hospital room for the first time, she thought she had spotted the silhouette of a man in the window. That, she knew, was impossible. Her sister's room was on the third story of the hospital.
I don't have anything to say about that. You're just bad.
Thanks.
This is why he needs editing, folks. This is why I would probably need editing too.
Well, yeah. I'm sitting here trying to fucking text Catchy while sitting here reading it too, so it's, yeah.
That's a shame.
Well, he said...
It sounds like a you problem.
A you problem, thanks. Ass.
Yeah.
Shit, now what do we do? I mean...
Well, I have another one to read. Just, I don't know.
We're already an hour in.
Oh well. It doesn't seem like Ketchy's gonna be here, and honestly, the first pilot episode can really just be us reading shit, because why not?
Alright.
Okay. So, Yeah. I just wanted to let the awkwardness settle in for a few moments.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
It's close.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so the next creepypasta I shall read is Mirrors, because why the hell not? And I apologize if I sound stuffy, I am.
He's fucking sick. I'm sorry I
Yes,
gave it to him.
just the, you fucking bitch. They'll stab you in the neck with a knife made of
Well, stab
bone,
me in the ear with a pencil to throw me off balance.
probably, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that sounds cool.
Anyway, the next story that shall be read is Mirrors. And, yeah, so enjoy. I'm writing this down in this journal because if I don't, I may go insane. You may think me insane after reading this one. Trust me, I wish I was. My name is Jared Baldwin, and I'm 22 years old. I recently moved into a brand new apartment in rural Maine. Everything was going great the first 2 weeks. I was having problems unpacking my boxes, and, well, everything seemed to fit nicely enough, so it wasn't all bad. It looked as if everything I had brought had been brought to furnish this apartment. The power company had forgotten to shut off the electricity, cable, and Wi-Fi since the last tenants had moved out. Or perhaps, now that I think about it, when they had left so fast, the company never knew that they had moved. I can't fucking blame them. The first night sleeping in the apartment, once I had completely furnished it and gotten everything set up in the way I wanted, was fantastic. I had no problems adjusting to the new environment whatsoever. I fell asleep within 5 minutes of getting into bed. And it was strange, especially for me, since I usually have trouble falling asleep anywhere I'm not used to. I had this feeling that I was meant to live in that apartment, though it was run down in a completely isolated area. I don't do well with isolation, though it didn't bother me in the apartment. The second day went well, though I noticed something strange about the bathroom mirror. It had been painted over with black paint. Not an inch of mirror could be seen through the coat. The sledgehammer rested on the tile, as though someone had just dropped it and left it after considering smashing the mirror, too concerned about leaving the apartment to pick it up before they moved. Of course, I didn't think anything of it at the time. I was rather excited to have gotten a free sledgehammer, actually. A few weeks went by without any incidents, and I was happy in my new abode. However, strange things were actually starting to happen. Things that I couldn't explain. One night, around 3, I woke up with the urgent need to use the restroom. I shuffled in and stopped dead in my tracks. Though the mirror was painted black, a faint silver glow shone beneath the cracks of the coat. I was fascinated and overwhelmed with the desire to scrape off the paint and shove my hand through the mirror. I thought I could hear faint whispers coming through the other side, beckoning me to clear the mirror of its black cover. I came to my senses and realized what was happening was not fascinating at all, but actually frightening. The voices behind the mirror became agitated, and a split second later, but the glow and the voices were gone. I closed my eyes and shook my head. When I opened them again, I couldn't shake the feeling I'd been dreaming, or I had been really sleepwalking. I went into the bathroom. I used the restroom and returned to my bed without giving the mirror a second thought. I believe that was one of my biggest mistakes. Mostly because the next night the same thing happened, though I noticed some of the paint had actually chipped off the mirror. A small hole in the paint, about 3 inches tall and 2 inches wide, revealed a sliver of it, which glowed and pulsated with a sort of silver electricity. And the voices, soothing and inviting, called me and begged me to remove the paint from the mirror. I closed my eyes, and when I opened them again, I found myself in bed. I glanced at the clock, 7:43 a.m. Had I dreamed all of that? That's what I asked myself, but I had a nagging doubt in my mind that maybe what was happening was not a dream at all, but my common sense put that idea to rest for a while. A few more nights passed without incident. The most thing that I know of. I awoke once more and shuffled to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Maybe, I don't know, a week later, as I had done twice before. This time, a very large amount of paint had been removed from the mirror. A hole about a foot tall and 4 inches wide had been made in the paint. The pulsating electric glow permeated the surface of the mirror and reached the wall and out into the bathroom. Tendrils of smoke trickled from it. Once again, the voices pleaded me to free the mirror from its coating. And once again, I found myself back in bed, only to find that it was the next morning. I went into the bathroom and saw that an even larger hole in the paint had been made overnight. And then I looked down at my hand and saw the black under my nails, staining my fingers. God, I had been the one removing the paint at night. The thought frightened me, and that night I bolted the bathroom door shut from the outside. The previous tenants had placed the lock there, no doubt for the same reason I had. When I awoke that night, I unlocked the deadbolt and went to the bathroom. The voices, more inviting than ever, and making me feel like I was meant to do nothing else but free whatever hid behind that mirror. Once again, when I demanded remove the paint. I obeyed, though a very deep level of my subconscious screamed for me to stop. But I just suppressed it, and the sheer pleasure of removing the paint drove me to do my duty. When I awoke the next morning, horrified to see that I had removed all of the paint from the mirror. Not a shrapnel of black paint remained, and my hands had become completely black from the effort. What had I done? I was afraid to sleep that night. But a few weeks passed without incident, making me believe that maybe nothing was wrong. And then one night, waking up around 3 as I had done many times before, I went into the bathroom at the request of the voices coming through the door. They were louder now, as one would expect, but they were no longer muffled by the paint. And what I saw terrified me more than anything I've ever experienced before. The thing that lived in the mirror was not pleasant at all. The silver glow was more than intense, surrounding the outside of the mirror. Tendrils of smoke poured from the glass, and the creature grinned at me, revealing rows of jagged fangs. My heart had exploded through my chest, and the voices that had been so kind and pleasant now sounded menacing and sinister. The creature, hid in my shadow, climbed through the glass, chanting my name. I ran out of my bathroom and into the living room, hearing it close behind, laughing and taking its sweet time tormenting me. I bolted out the front door and didn't look back. I didn't worry about my belongings or leaving the door unlocked. I didn't even grab my car keys. I just fucking ran. I needed to get out of there. And now, as I take refuge in a neighbor's home, I can't feel safe. I released it from the mirror, and I know it will hunt me until it pulls me into that mirror with it. I have to get away. Just get away from me. Tomorrow I will be moving to California. I don't care about my belongings. Not anymore. I just want to be safe. It has been 2 months since I last wrote in this notebook. I am now living in a very small apartment in Southern California, and I'm working at a restaurant to pay the rent. Though I can barely afford to buy groceries, I'm happy that I no longer have to worry about the demon in the mirror. Last night, I thought I would have saw it lovely voice calling him in my bathroom when I slept. That couldn't have happened, though. I'm probably still having nightmares of what happened to me. He couldn't have followed me here. Right? And that was mirrors.
Wrong, bitch.
And that probably sounded really terrible and stuffy.
It was alright. I mean, it did sound stoppy, but it was alright.
Yeah, you missed the voice cracks in the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, hey, Will, hey.
It's catchy! Finally! Jesus, man. Kept us
I'm
waiting.
sorry. Life events happen. And, well, hey, at least I'm here for the first episode, right?
Yeah, we thought we were gonna have to end it without you.
I changed this to episode 0, so we can...
All right, sweet.
Good. Not even the pilot, it's just a prologue.
Well, this is perfect, because the first episode, then, we can actually talk about a subject instead of just introductions. That works out good.
Yeah. We've been naming it creepypasta, so... That would have been better.
Everything works out.
Yeah, that would have been probably better if I hadn't been so goddamn stuffy.
Alright, hey, well, since I'm here and, like, I guess we're running a little late on time, do you want to go ahead and start the questions?
Oh, yeah, fucking interview.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. What is this gonna... we ending it here after the questions?
I guess so, yeah.
Unless Ketchy wants to read something.
Yeah, if anybody wants me to, sure.
Yeah, go for it, man. I mean, me and Plague both read 2 things, so we should at least give you a chance.
All right. Is there any? Well, let's do it. We'll end on me reading because I'm a self-centered douche.
Yeah, you are.
All right. So questions. How long have you been in the creepypasta community?
All right. Light, do you want to answer this one first, or should I?
How about you? Because I actually have to figure out how long I've actually been a part of this whole fucking community.
All right. Okay. Yeah, for me, I don't have to think about it too much. I've actually answered this question quite a bit lately for some reason. It's kind of weird. I've known about creepypasta for about the last 2-3 years, but to be actually a part of the community, I think was about this year.
This year?
And yeah, about 2 months ago now when I first became a narrator. But before I went under the name the Dark's Only Friend. Back in when Cupcakes, that creepypasta, MCP first did his.
Oh God.
And like that's just my time signature. That's the thing. That's the story I remember when I first started listening to creepypasta. So whenever that happened, and then I wrote a story and I posted it on Creepypasta Wiki, and then it got taken down because it was shit. It's just, I was sad, and that kind of took me out for like a few weeks, and then I got back into listening to creepypasta for a long time, and then I just stopped randomly, kind of after like Mr. Creepypasta. It just seemed like it was taking too long for him to release videos and stuff, even though they were like kind of weekly. Just I just hated waiting. And so like now again I'm caught up on him, but now I'm narrating, so I don't have to listen to anyone. And like I think that's something I'm a little off topic, but that's something I need to start doing more, is listening to other narrators, because I've been just focusing on me and doing stuff like that, but I need to start listening to more people again.
Yeah. It's always good to hear other people's perspectives on stories.
Yeah.
Hear how they express it.
Light, your turn, Prindu.
Yeah, so I actually got into listening to creepypasta 2 years ago, that would be now, when my actual my computer broke. Because, funny story, I hit the screen of my laptop and it is still cracked, still broken, still fractured, and it still has a very nasty looking black splotch and a shitty screen. I can only see the top right corner of it. And I'm using a very nice HD screen that I got for Christmas. Thank you to my aunt for that. But moving on from that little personal tidbit, I actually started getting into like writing creepypasta when I finally was able to get back onto my laptop. And I've fallen off with it lately, but I still listen to a lot of creepypasta. And obviously, I'm doing this now with playing Catchy, so you know, it's nice to be a small part of the community, even though you might not be huge, like well known. It's still nice to be there and see what goes on.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. It's always good to be part of your little groups and whatnot, even if you're not big or anything. You're still there along with the ride to be friendly with everybody. I mean, yeah. Well, not exactly friendly, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Just try and make friends and hope people aren't douchebags.
Yeah, because fuck you,
Like
Plague.
catching.
Because fuck you, please.
But no. But no, Blake. Hey, your turn to answer the question.
All right. As for me, I've been here. I started doing creepypasta, started looking at it, reading it, listening to it back in 2010, back when Slenderman first came out. I was there for that stuff. Then Jeff the Killer soon followed. It was nice back then. Now it's become a bunch of crap. Well, as for stories being released, every once in a while there's good stuff. I'm rambling on. I'm sorry. I actually first started narrating and writing about a year ago, actually.
I actually want to go off on a tangent from the Jeff the Killer thing when you get done answering this question.
Okay, but yeah. Oh God. I've been here for a year. I started narrating first, then I started writing. Light Rose is actually the one that got me narrating. I wanted to narrate one of his stories, and I was like, screw it, I'll narrate it. I gotta ask him first.
Yeah, so in a way you can say Plague and I both kind of got our starts off of each other.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever seen the Plague's first video, then you know kind of who I am in the title. Yeah, but as for what Plague mentioned about Jeff the Killer, a lot of people don't think that story is actually good anymore. And I kind of have to agree, just because it's not realistic. It doesn't feel like any of that could really happen, you know?
For me, it's not the
work.
fact that it's. Oh, sorry, but for me, it's not the fact that like it's unrealistic. It's the fact that it's just shitty writing. Like the sentences just don't flow, and it.
Yeah. You can really listen. You really get. You don't even have to really read it to think that either. You just have to kind of like if you go to MCP and just listen to him narrate that a lot, like from all those years ago, you'll still see it's just not a good story. Like despite how it blew up. I think mostly just because everybody liked the character, not the story.
Yeah, the character, the basis of that character was amazing. But,
yeah.
The original writing kind of went.
Yeah, the original writing didn't help the story, and plus it was just so like really like high schoolers just randomly pull out guns at a kid's birthday party. Like I'm pretty sure somebody would have called the police for any of that. Like within 10 seconds, like the cops would have been there, without a goddamn doubt.
I feel like the main reason it got so popular is because that fucking picture. When I first started reading creepypasta, that was the third story after Russian Sleep Experiment, which Russian Sleep Experiment isn't a creepypasta. It's it's one of those spam emails, but still, it's a really cool story.
Yeah, the Russian Sleep Experiment is one of my favorites. Personally.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it too. But the main reason is because even when I first started, when I was younger, that fucking picture, man, it was so creepy.
I never actually thought that picture was creepy. I just was like, damn, this man got fucked. Somebody said, fuck it, we're gonna turn this guy into something horrible.
And
not even scary, just like a freak of nature looking.
And thus Photoshop was invented.
Yeah. That Photoshop.
It's not simply Photoshop.
Yeah.
Alright, next question before we go too far off topic. Because we're about to...
Yeah, okay. The first part of this question is, describe your creepypasta OC in 3 words.
A fucking seal.
A fucking... Yes. I don't actually technically have one, but I kind of do. I just have an OC in general.
Riley.
Yeah. Well, not really. Riley is just kind of a character I made to be crazy as fuck. And basically be like Neo Jeff the Killer. Because, fuck it. Because I'm not very creative when I don't want to be. But yeah, I really don't have a creepypasta OC. I just kind of have an OC in general. I actually have it as it's the little chibi guy I have as my avatar for Google Plus and YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, so.
So yeah, if you can see, if you guys can see that, that's basically my OC for like everything in life.
So.
Oh yeah, and mine's in the top little corner and looking adorable and shit, touching the sea.
Mine's just like, I'm gonna burn you with fire because I'm pissed off.
Mine's, I'm just gonna rub your tummy.
Ew. I don't know which is worse.
Alright,
Plague, your turn for this.
Yeah, my answer will be an acidic demented doctor. Cause okay, second part of that question was I guess you can't really answer this one, Light Row, but what's the basis behind your character?
Oh, I can answer that.
Oh, okay. Well, then go for it.
I'm not going to answer it because, Plague, it's your question. You were the last one to answer. You're not answering, you fuck.
Oh, did you even... Wait, which one did you say?
What's the basis behind your character?
Oh, shit.
My answer first?
Oh, fuck, I want to answer it.
Answer.
Okay, we'll just stop. Okay, play, go. No.
Okay, first go.
Nigger.
Okay.
Oh.
Basis behind my character is he
You basically just saw the SCP and were like, fuck it, I'm gonna copy this.
actually no, I saw the SCP after I created my character. That's the funny thing. Like I didn't even know SCPs existed when I created my character. It's pretty funny.
So the SCPs ripped you off. Good job. You need to be a slime beast. Everybody's running that fucking river dry at this point, but I'll keep going with it just because it's funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm sorry, I don't want to have that long of hair and dark shades.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate the guy. He seems like a nice... And besides the asshole part with like, oh, my stories.
GTFO.
It's alright.
GTFO.
He's alright, nigga. He's okay.
Okay. Anyway, based upon my character, growing up in school, he wanted to always be a doctor. Then, you know, stuff happened with doctors, and he started to kill people because doctors. I don't know. I haven't really thought.
Plague is plague. Let's move on to catchy.
Yes, exactly.
I love the fact that you asked the question and you can't answer your own question.
I didn't come up with this
Bastard.
funny thing.
Oh shit. I thought I came up with the questions. I didn't know what happened.
I'm misleading people every day. Anyway, catchy, it's your turn to answer this question.
Okay, fine. Mine is less of an origin story. And okay, never mind. Whatever. Fine. Okay, guys, have you ever heard of a site called Anonymous or Here's Our Secrets or something? Secrets.com. And on this website, you can post anonymously, like your secrets. Just be like, I had sex with my boss. I spit in people's food when I work or something. And you post anonymously. And well, there's another app. There's an app on the phone called Whisper that does the exact same thing. And well, I downloaded this app because I was like, oh, this seems kind of cool. And well, after screwing around with it and reading people's things, like, oh, I screwed my sister, I did my teacher, and I was like, I'm gonna post one, because since it's anonymous, who has to be truthful? And so I posted one, and I was there's an image bank after you type in the text. Like I typed in some text, and then I looked for a picture, but you have to use their image bank. Like if you want to have you have to have a picture with it, and you have to use their image bank. So I typed in sad, and I looked over five pictures away, and there was a picture of the happiest seal you will ever see, just smiling. And this was under sad in the sad category.
I was just about to say, that's under sad? What the fuck?
And then
the people who made that category are very confused.
And then I clicked the seal because I thought it was hilarious. And then the people, no, it doesn't. I don't give a fuck. And then the text that I typed in to go with the seal, the happy seal labeled under sad was, my baby died. ... Sad face.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
The happy seal with that kind of message.
And ever since, anytime I just posted anything depressing or anything, I just been like
Happy seal
I
face.
had to get my third abortion, seal. And
You're terrible.
That's
the origin
awful.
story.
That's awesome, but it's horrible.
Alright, I guess that means it's you now, like.
As for me, this is kind of a pseudo-original character for a novel that I'm writing that has been installed for now. But, yeah. I'm not going to give you any origin story because it would ruin any sort of surprise on the novel, but you know what? Fuck it. Maybe one day you'll hear of Black Rose novel and be like, oh, hey, I heard this guy talk on a weird talk show with other weirdos.
No one watches this, so it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. For those, like, 3 people that are watching, they'll be like, oh, hey, I know this guy.
Yeah.
I think
alright.
after the origin story for my character, I think they're gone.
Yeah, I think nobody really wanted to stick around after that terribleness.
Yeah.
But now, go on, nigga.
Alright, next question.
I'm out of questions.
That was 2 questions, what the fuck?
That was 3 questions, thank you.
That was, oh god, why? Viewers, you guys are lazy. We even have viewers. That's my question.
I'm happy. At least this is episode 0, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll actually get better. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think what really made this thing suffer is that Catchy, you just weren't here. You and me are kind of like when we're together, we're the life of the party. You wouldn't shut up last time.
Or just me.
Nope.
Plague, you just sit there and do nothing. Me and Catchy are the only ones who talk.
Oh, Blake does stuff. Like, did you come up with any questions? Nah.
Yeah, of course I didn't. I'm a fucking co-host. I don't have to come up with questions.
We're all hosts, damn it. Like, he's hosting the call, but we're all a co-hosts. We're all co-hosts.
So, you didn't come up with any questions.
Fuck off.
Exactly, you fucker.
Friendship, ho!
Exactly.
Alright, oh gosh. Alright, what are we gonna do now, friendo?
I think we said you were gonna read something, brother.
Oh, did we really?
Yeah.
Did we really? Yeah, okay. Any specific story?
No, just find something you like, read it.
Come on, I'm saying fucking pick a story.
No, I'm not gonna pick for you. You're not gonna be a lazy bastard like that.
Fine, like...
And Plague, I think Plague has left us. Oh well, we don't need him.
Meanie face.
I told him to go fuck himself when that happened earlier, so...
Oh well.
Yeah, he's gonna be...
Please.
I don't know. I was alone in the live stream. I was like, you know what, fuck you, Plague, get better internet.
So actually, while I'm looking for a story, what did you guys do while I was gone?
Kind of basically just outlined when this fucking thing is gonna happen. What else?
Give me a summary.
Introduced ourselves. Read creepypasta. That's about it.
Woo!
Yeah. Jason Plagueis.
Did you say his name? Yeah.
Yes, I did. I read it out loud.
Bastard.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we're still live. My internet just completely screwed me over.
Yeah, we are still live, but Plague's internet is terrible. Everybody just unsubscribe.
Thanks.
Wait,
Love
how are
you
we
too.
still live?
I don't understand.
Let me check YouTube, see if it's actually live. But we were kind of done anyway, so if it's not...
That's fine.
It says we're still live. And there's an asshole with a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, we're still live.
Like, how are we gonna end the call since is it on Pasta Weekly?
It's still on Pasta Weekly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess if we all just leave the call, maybe then no.
I guess.
Or in. I'm not. No. Okay.
Well, this has been Pasta Weekly. Crappiest
Yeah.
sliced bread.
Fuck sliced bread.
Yeah, sliced bread is just horrible.
So yeah, let's say goodbyes.
And you can get a goodbye from the douchebag with a motorcycle.
That's nice.
At least he was
Anyway.
saying bye.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's still a douchebag. He is still a douchebag.
Alright, well, this is
Alright,
Pasta
well,
Weekly,
it's.
and Jamie still says we get no cornettos, so it's all Catchy's fault because he wasn't here for the first hour. And
Really now.
blame the internet.
Yes, blame the internet for all your problems, people. Because that's what everybody else does. Fuck you guy with the motorcycle, you're a douchebag.
Alright.
Well, I guess that's the perfect note to leave on. Fuck you,
Yeah.
motorcycle guy.
Remember, people, remember everybody, make sure to kick the shit out of anybody with a motorcycle and stab Plague over and over again, because he's the guy who gives you disease.
Remember Light
that.
has a stutter.
Yeah, a little bit. Mostly just because I'm sick and I can't breathe. So fuck
Alright.
you.
Well, goodbye,
Oh, I thought
everyone.
it's-
We hope
I
to
thought you
see
hit
you
that
in
was
our
good.
later,
My bad.
better episodes. And good night, all. Good morning, all. Whatever. Adios.
And next time on The
Cheers.
Price is Right, we're not gonna suck.
Yeah, everyone just, leave the call, okay? Ready?
Jizz.
Butthole.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.